Started. Time to praise. I have to praise you like I should. I want to praise Metaverde and Shebnam for hosting the awesome AMA, or not AMA. Sorry, the Metaspace. Oh, I just gave a talk today, and Shebnam and Metaverde were there to support me. So I really appreciate that. I also want to praise Eduardo for still coming to calls, even though he's like in the hospital. Like, holy crap, man, you're a hero. That's the next level. I definitely want to praise Jake as well for all the work that he's putting into the Params group and just always stepping up for the things that need to be done. I feel like I could say the same thing to Juan Carlos for the Hatcher onboarding work and just all the like anytime that there's something that needs to be done, just volunteering. Also, major praise to Zeptimus and Ivy for recording the calls. I want to praise Ivy for updating the agendas for all of us and doing all of the small things constantly for everyone that make us all look good. Also, want to praise Mateo and Santi for the source code work, and Mitch and Lauren for jumping into tech params and supporting us there. And then the most important praise is Paulo and Sam for working 14-hour days all week together in person and finding all of these critical bugs with our software. So I'll pass it to Mitch. Mitch, are you there?
How's that?
Yeah, there it is.
That's better? Okay. Sorry, I'm still setting this thing up. Yeah, so let me pull up my little list here. I wanted to give praise to Livy for getting the Git book organized. It's coming together. And I wanted to praise YGG again for giving me some help here, getting my computer set up on Linux. And that's it. Oh, I wanted to praise everybody who reviewed the Hatcher facing document. So Jess, Griff, Eduardo, Jeff, and Livy, I think, as well. That's it for me. I will pass it to Manu.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, so this would be the first call I'd be recording besides Septi, like a test run type of thing. So smile for the camera, everyone. And I don't know what else. I'm just here, just along for the ride and just grabbing all the content and all the information that I can get and becoming wiser by the day. So that being said, I'm going to pass it to Pam.
Hey, so I'd like to praise Mount Manu for literally answering the call immediately. That is impressive response time. I'd like to praise Craig for the blog post this week, Zeptimus for all the work that you're doing with the recording, and Transparency Group, and Ivy for the same, and Ivy again for all the other work that she's doing to keep all of us, in moving forward so easily. Christopher for all of your attention and detail, and the improvements that you've made on the UI for the Swiss Association DApp. Jess for everything that you do every day. Livia, Eduardo, and Ivy for leading and supporting the Hatcher outreach calls with me this sprint. Tonga, it's nice to see you again. I feel like I've seen you 2 times this sprint. I had a Tonga sighting, and that was really exciting for me, so I'd like to praise Tonga. Chris, Jess, Sebnam, Griff, Jeff for presenting at MetaFest. And I'd like to thank really sincerely everyone that spent time speaking to me about the TEC Hatch. Angela, Fabian, Federico, Tanner, Peter. Gosh, I hope I didn't miss anyone. And then 2 total new people to TEC, Bartek, Andy, and Sinan. I'd like to praise both of you for the first time. And I'll pass to Santi.
Thank you, Tom. I want to give praise again to Sam. I cannot express how lucky we are of having him on the legal working group. I also want to give praise to Juan Carlos for finishing the Graviton training. It was an amazing experience, and I'd love to see how we can implement that in the future. I want to give praise for the new ones. It's great to see new faces, and also that groovy radio there. and yeah, that's about it. I also want to. Oh yeah, I want to give praise to Santiago. He's jumping into the SourceCred board. He's helping on that, and hopefully we should be able to have that the first version of that board quite soon. I'll pass it to Septimus.
Thank you, Santi. I want to give praise to Ivy and Juan for all the amazing content on the transparency Medium post they write. It's freaking awesome. I also want to give praise to Libby because she's always on top of everything, like the Gitbook work, and also Nate and Mitch. Yeah, the work being done there, it's awesome. I want to give praise to Manu, who have a lot of energy, and we just say we need recorders, so he immediately jumped. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I also want to praise all the tech team, Fabi, Sam, Paulo, Gabi, Griff. Did I say Paulo? Paulo, of course. I have no more names now, but yeah, these people, they are working very, very hard. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll pass it to Sean.
Sean, are you there?
Hey, good morning, everyone. How is everyone?
It's praise time. Do you have
Just
any
want to give
praise
praise to
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to give praise to Livy for the Git book, which been going through the last week, and it's really great and a really thorough read. So I just wanted to praise her. Back to you, Griff.
Great. Let's pass it to Dan Curates.
Hi, everybody. I'm still trying to find my Discord handle, so thank you for your patience as I have a new icon and name like every week lately, but I think I'm gonna stick with this. Praise to everybody making this Token Engineering Commons reality, and I'm honestly just waking up. I don't know if I can get a ton more specific than that just at the second. So if I can pass that.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for jumping in, Dan. Let's pass it to Eduardo.
Hello. I would like to give praise to Santi and Nate, who helped me with the recording interview for the community video. Thank you for taking the time to do it. I want to thank you. It's a huge praise for them for leading this call in replacement of me this week. Another praise for Manu for helping with the diagrams and on all that stuff, and Septimus for helping me praise every time. And what else? Oh yes, I want to praise Libby for the humility of yesterday's call. I saw it on YouTube afterwards, and then I want to acknowledge that. And praise again for the new members that are helping onboarding. Praise Juanca, Livy, and I'm probably missing someone else. And yeah, so I will pass it on to Jake.
Jake, are you there?
Oh, Jesus. I for some reason, I thought he sent it back to you. Okay, all right. I actually wrote stuff down. And before I begin, as your chairman of the Central Bank of Praise, we literally now are the machine that goes burr. we really are just the machine that goes burr now. Anyways, all right, let's get this list up. Okay, first of all, I want to give praise to Christopher, who showed up. We didn't exactly have something right away for him, but he found something with the DAP, and he's been contributing, and it's been serious too. He's made great contributions and help with that, and I've certainly noticed it, and I want to say thank you. I also want to just praise to Mount Manu for stepping in and being an anomaly. I really appreciate people that aren't afraid to be better, and your work has certainly been also contributory to everything going on. I also want to just praise to Chris, Griff, MetaFast, all the work you're doing there, Jessica, who's not here, and the work there, and also Metaverde, who's contributed to that with One Hive on her side. I also have to dish praise to Merlin for his contributions to Gitcoin, and also he's recently just posted some articles having to do with sustainability and one. Oh, and they're in French, which I thought was really cool because I can't read them, but it's cool. And then I also need to dish praise to Sim, Gabby, Paulo for really putting their heads down, finding the bug, which is no easy task when it could be something so small and little, and getting it done. And we're really, really close, and it's awesome. I also want to dish praise to Mitch for his work with Params and getting content. I pretty much threw like, here, write me 12 articles, and he's pretty much delivered, and it's been great. I also want to thank Nate for his contributions in the same retrospect, but for comms. God, I'm just making the machine go burr. I don't like this. All right. And I'll just praise to Santi too, because we're going to get something special at the end of this. And I will then send it back to, I'll send it to Mitch. No, Mitch went. Chris, you get a go.
All right. Hey, everybody. I've got a few pieces of praise to dish today. First one is for Christopher, for just jumping into the membership DApp and getting that going, and two, for being the second, at least that I've known, Chris with the K, so I'm not the only one. That's always good. Less people may misspell my name now, or maybe more, but we'll see. We'll go praise to Jake for onboarding me as a hatcher. Really excited for that to come forward. And praise to Fabio for bearing with me when I'm making changes to the redirections to the params subdomain, but it's not quite finished yet. So I think that's all the praise I have today. So I'm not sure exactly who all has gone, so I'll pass back to Griff.
Let's sling it over to Fabi Mole.
Hey everyone. Well, this time I want to dispraise to Sam and Paulo. They have been working really hard to make the hatch ready. Now, and also I want to praise Septimus for helping me to mute the background music that was making me crazy. I'll pass it back to Grace.
Great, then let's go to Wonka.
Hey everyone. Well, I would like to praise a lot of people today. I would like to praise Griff because I learned so much from him, and I really admire all his energy and work. And also Livia, because I don't know, I just feel that she's like a key piece to all of our projects, and that she adds value to whatever we do. And for Tam for being the lead of our project management, and for Septimus for recording so much of our calls, and also for the transparency audit, also including Ivy in this praise. I want to dispraise Mateo for helping and being so important in the ETH Colombia community as well. And I want to dispraise to all of the Gravitons, because these 17 people have, like, I don't know, made me realize things that I thought that would be more difficult to accomplish. And your support is so important for me and for the whole project of Gravity. And I don't know who is missing.
I can sling it for you. Mateo still hasn't gone.
Hey guys, hope you are having an amazing week so far. My praise this time is, of course, for the 17 Graviton that just covers all of the course. It's really amazing and feel proud because it's the first and only kind of role that you will be having in that aspect. So it's really cool. I want to praise also Livy for onboarding me and answering all of my questions when I have them. Santi for always being amazing to work with regarding the implementation of the source code. And Santiago, who is expecting to be helping us in that as well. Who's next? I'll pass it to you, Griff.
Yeah, let's throw it to Paulo. Paulo, you got some praise for us today? Oh, you just muted, Paulo. Paulo. Oh no, Paulo, you hit mute. Do you want to unmute?
Oh. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, sorry. What was you saying, Griff? Sorry.
It's praise time. Do you have any praise?
Yeah, of course. This week, I would like to give a big praise to Sam, actually, for this hackathon session that we had. And yeah, for all the things that we hack and did these last days. And yeah, I think that's all.
Well, that's a lot. There's been a lot there. So, and then I think Suga, hey Suga, I think you're our last praise participant. You want to jump in?
Oh wait. Okay. Is that me?
Yeah, that's you. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry, Suga. Welcome. Do you have any praise that you would like to dish to our community or anyone that you'd like to praise?
Am I me? Can y'all hear me?
We hear you very low.
Sorry, I'm a newcomer. I want to give praise to Tamara for inviting me into the community, and I'm very excited to meet all of you and partake. Thank you.
Oh, well done. That was a good first praise. Praise can be tricky the first time, and you overcame. Well done. I believe that's everyone. I didn't miss anyone, right?
You missed me. I'll take it.
Oh no, Olivia.
I actually want to dish praise to you, Griff, because your enthusiasm is so important. Like, you're always enthusiastic, and that even when there is a low morale in the crowd, you bring it up, and I think that's of a huge value. And I want to praise all the people that have been very grounding to this community, because I think this is very important, and it's a quality we've been keeping of a long run of grounding work. And I want to praise Santi for that, and Tam and Mateo, Zaptimus, Jake. You've been very important in this grounding process. Also, Jess, that's not here. And I also want to praise Mitch and Nate for the contributions they've been giving, even being like quite new to the community and writing a lot, and that's very, very appreciated. Also for Manu for jumping in so many calls and wanting to contribute from a very genuine place. I want to praise Suga that is joining for the first time, and also Marco and Jess for handling this transition of the comms group so well. And I pass back to you, Griff.
He disappeared.
Sorry about that, guys. Somehow I tried to share screen and Discord killed me. They booted me. I swear I deserve to be here. I'm worthy. Okay, good. I think it's working. Okay, so welcome to the weekly sync. This is always fun. We're in our new Discord. Thank you, Juan, for bringing this. Make sure that if you've joined this Discord, it's really tricky. We need to still continue to improve the onboarding process. But there's this start here room, and double check that you actually like read the community covenant and our code, and click that little check mark, because sometimes we let people in without clicking that check mark, but it's actually really important that everyone at least acknowledge that we have rules and we're trying to build a really special community here. So that helps a lot. This is a crazy Discord. We have so many cool features. We have the Groovy Bot. Don't be shy. Anytime you're hanging out and you want to listen to music, just come to the Discord. Throw in the Groovy Bot. It's super fun. You just hit dash play and then any song that you want, and a song comes up. So we did that to start this party, and it's something that you can always do. We're bridged to other Discords as well, so you can talk to other Discords from here. It's wild. Wonka, Metaverde, Marco, ViViV, and the whole Kai. There's a lot of work that went into making this Discord so special, so enjoy it to the max. Also, I'll be facilitating this, and as usual, Wonka has got my back. I'm moderating, so if you leave your mic open, he'll just mute you, so watch out. Also, Wonka's created a really cool system of mutual monitoring. If there's ever a small issue, or a big issue, anything that you think could improve our relational fabric, even if you see something you're not involved in, you're just like, there seems to be some awkwardness between these two people. Tell us about it. We want to catch these things fast and when they're not a big deal, so that we can actually resolve the conflict. In fact, transform the conflict into something special. So we have this really cool type form. You can get to these notes. Praise Livia for always posting the notes in the community hall channel. You can get to these notes and get to this link in the community hall channel. And if you see something, say something, and let's improve the relational fabric of our community. We also do that with praise, and it's really fun to have a culture of gratitude. If we're starting to really try to dish praise in Discord, but we still also have this Telegram praise channel. Sometimes it's easier to dish praise in Telegram, so jump in there too. So it's easier to acknowledge the magic that you're contributing to our community. If you want to see what's happening, and oh boy, is it happening. There is this TE community calendar. There is so much on this calendar. Like, my whole calendar is red because there's 4 events every day, at least 4 hours. And it's especially important right now because daylight savings time is upon us. For instance, if you're in Europe, this call happened an hour earlier, and there's no better way to communicate these crazy time zone problems than the calendar. So in two more weeks, in 1 more week or something like that, 1 or 2 weeks, there'll be another time change. So just look at the calendar. The calendar is the single source of truth for these times. So this call, we're going to review all of the fun things that have been happening this week and all the different working groups. There's so many little details, and this is an opportunity for everyone to talk about it. It's not really the best place to interrupt people and be like, wait, I have a question. But what is a great place for that is in these notes. If you have any questions or any comments about how we can improve whatever we're working on, don't be shy. Please tell us. This is a great opportunity for feedback. You can just make a comment in these notes. You can just write right in the notes. Like, go ahead, go wild, You'll even see them on the screen. You'll be famous. You'll be in our recordings. Also, just an update, we've had a Zen Hub revolution. So if you want to know the nitty gritty details of what we're working on, there's this great link that has all of the issues that we're contributing to. But we also have this awesome roadmap that Tamra keeps updated for us. Thank you so much, Tamra, for maintaining this. And there is some big news. The Hatch launch is predicted to be early May now. We are improving we're making sure that we have a really solid foundation of smart contracts. We're going to have audits and all these things, and that stuff just takes time. So we're looking at May for launch right now as a prediction, but of course we'll see. Don't hold us to it. These things have to be right. It's more important that they're right than on time. And with that, I'll pass it to Tamra, who's holding everybody together in the community stewards work.
Cool. Thanks for that. So I won't spend too much time on the TEC roadmap other than to say we have updated it, taking into consideration the new refactoring of the code and bug crushing that had to be done before we were ready to freeze the code. And what happens every community call or every other community call is that we say goodbye to a sprint. And today we had our retrospective. We said goodbye to Sprint 5. And I got to say, it was called Hatch Outreach, and the Hatch team really killed it. We have over 220,000 DAI in soft commitments so far, with around mid-40 number of people that we've reached out to. Sprint 5, I gotta say, this group has really found their rhythm. The Common Swarm found their bug. The first generation of Gravitons have been, crowned. We have weekly AMA calls that are starting to take off for onboarding and Hatcher outreach. I mean, so much has been happening in this sprint, and I'll leave it to all of the working groups to share their great news. From the retrospective, the one point that we came up with that we could do better this sprint is promote the transparency working group and contributors. We'll have call to actions for people that can help recording to give the one person, 2 people who do all the recordings of every single of our working groups to make them available to everybody online on our YouTube channel. We need more people to help with those recordings. So please do reach out to Zeptimus if you can help with that. The Community Stewards Working Group Manifesto is linked in the agenda, and we meet every Wednesday, 7 p.m. CET on the Stewards Discord channel, and everyone is welcome. So with that, I will pass to the Legal Working Group Steward Santi.
Thank you, Tom. All right, the Legal Working Group meets every Friday, 4 p.m. I have to check the agenda if that's still the same time this week that the time frame changed. But the best way to check is the calendar. We meet on Fridays. We welcome you. We've been working the past weeks on the legal hatching terms, and we are now integrating those documents into the Gitbook and also working on the glossary. And as soon as we finish with that, we're going to start working on the next group of documents, which will be dealing with all the terms for the proposals. You can check the manifesto on the agenda, and we welcome you all. It's a great way to learn how we are moving forward with this project. And that's all for me. I'll pass it to Juan Carlos.
Thanks, Santi. I am very excited for the progress that we have done in the Gravity working, because last year we wanted to train people to sharpen skills for easy conflict management within the organization. And right now we have 17 people who has been crowned, as Tamara said, as Gravitons. And I think that this is very important, and this is like a starting point for Gravity, a new starting point for Gravity, because in our next meeting that is going to be after this meeting, we are going to decide what are going to be the goals of our roadmap. When do we plan training to have new Gravitons? what is going to be our financial, and so much things that it's really good that we can talk as a group. And I am also really happy found support from other organizations approach to us to request help in mediation in any situation, and the response that we have had from really good. So I am really happy about the work that is being done, and looking forward to all that can happen in these next steps. And I will pass to Eduardo for the Hatch Outreach Working. Eduardo for the Hatch Outreach Working.
Thank you, Juanca. So in the Hatch Outreach Working Group, we are making great advances, as Tamara mentioned. The first thing is that we now have 3 calls. We have our sync call that happens every week on Wednesday, 6 p.m. CET. And then we have also, if you are new to your community, we have then AMA calls on Wednesday, 4 p.m., where we take turns with Livy on leading that call. And then we have on Thursdays, 1 p.m., AMA call about the hatch. If you have any doubt about the hatch, if you're interested in being a hatcher and you don't know where to go, you can just come to this call. Sorry, you can just come to this call, and then you will be filled in with all the information that you may need. Regarding, besides those 2 topics, we are advancing and perfectioning our script for onboarding. If everyone want to take a look at it, it's a link on the agenda, where we set up values and we find the best approach to onboard. So everyone who may be interested in helping this working group onboarding people may as well take a look at. We also are in the in finishing the process of the Git book, where you will find the FAQ that was done by Nate, and then the Git book done by Mitch also and Livy. And it's a great piece of information. If anyone has about doubts, technical doubts or value doubts or any kind of doubts about the hatch in the Git book, which is also on the agenda link, it will be really helpful for everyone to understand the hatch in a different level, in a more comprehensive level, even so. And if you have doubt, you can come back to AMA calls on Wednesdays. And that's pretty much all. And yes, before I leave, if anyone here have a project, if anyone here is interested in being a hatcher, or have a project that wants to apply for the DEC, you're more than welcome to send us a DM to any of the community steward or to me, and then we will help you with that. I will pass it on to Libby.
Thanks, Edu. Yeah, so as a lot of us mentioned already, we've been working in this handbook. Now there is a new organization to it, and I would love to hear some feedback if that feels like it's still confusing, but it should be very easy to navigate with all the contents in this left sidebar. And we are filling all of the sections little by little. So yeah, the hatch that you're clicking there that Edu just mentioned, that was a huge work from Nate, putting all of this FAQ together. So the hatch one-on-one is an explanation for what does it mean to be a hatcher, and also all of the questions related to it. So it's a very extensive FAQ that explains everything you need to know, basically. And also the hatch terms, TLDR, and the full hatch terms have been worked by Sean and Santi and Griff and the legal working group. So a lot of great content there, but also if you have questions about the legal terms of how the hatch is going to work. And Yeah, the SourceCRUD implementation is running. So we're almost in the second week after we twitched all the parameters last time. So next week in SoftGov, we'll discuss how did it go this session. And Santi and Mateo and Santiago are also looking into the data that we're producing from it, and we'll be able to discuss that in more depth. And we started to work on the mission, vision, and values again. We'll have a session on token log coming soon. Thanks for everyone who showed up for the hack session. And finally, the AMA, like Eduardo also mentioned, happens every Wednesday at 4 p.m. CET. If you're new and you have any questions about what we're doing, you can show up there. We'll make sure to guide you to the right places. And for that, I created an incubator channel. So it's right under Start Here on Discord. And we just want to have a space for new people to ask questions, to post the links from the AMA call, and guide you to what you want to do based on like your background and what you want to collaborate in. That's all for me, and I'll pass to Zaptimus.
Thank you, Livy. On transparency, this spring we were working on the transparency Medium post that is almost done. It's only needs to be checked by someone with a very high writing skill like Tam, Jess, Marco. Someone is going to check it, and then we're going to post it. Also, we posted the audit from the transparency, and we posted through advice process. So it would be super cool, like if you could jump and check if what we're saying there is true. Yeah, that's how we build the accountability. The community needs to monitor. And also, like if you click this spreadsheet, Griff, it's going to be super cool. Like if this sprint we are focusing on having more people recording. So if you fill your name on this document, then yeah, we will come with you giving the recording. Then you send it to me or Ivy, and we just post it on YouTube. That'd be super cool. And yeah, that's transparency. I'll pass it to Omega, maybe Levi.
Livia, are you there? Does anyone else want to speak up for Working Group Omega?
I went to their last, and it was really cool because they are trying to look for the ethos of the token engineer. And they are planning to do a survey to our community to find out some of like interesting and key issues for idea of finding the ethos of the token engineer. And I think this is super amazing. And yes, also gave a talk today at the MetaFest after Griff. So it was a really great talk. And I think that, okay, we are going to have a hacking session for the survey on next Wednesday. So if you want to going to ask to find for the ethos of the token engineer, you can jump into the hack session, and the next working session will be on March 31. So I think if I missed something, you can come, or we can go to communications working.
Yeah, I think that feels pretty complete. It's really worth checking out Shebnem's talk. She spoke right after me, and it was really nice because I talked Common Stack and then introed the TE Commons, and then she really dove deep into the TE Commons and really the why of why we're here and how important token engineering is to get right, and how important the work that we do is. So it's definitely worth checking out her talk, and how yeah, it's worth it. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube soon. The communications working group has become a swarm. There's so much going on that it's hard for any one person to really do this. I'm going to try, but please jump in if you have anything to add. So main thing is, wow, there's so much going on in GitHub. We're going to try to do a really good job at organizing things so contributors can see how they can support. We have a few new contributors, especially Mitch, Manu, and Celine, who have all been helping out a lot and adding really great content. The big push this round is Gitcoin. If you haven't seen, we actually have the spotlight will highlight one of our Gitcoin grants, but we have a lot of a good Gitcoin grants. Token Engineering Commons has a Gitcoin grant. A dashboard for DAOs is our tech params group. We're also looking at getting a Common Swarm Gitcoin grant out there. So don't be afraid to click these two tweets or this tweet and see the list of awesome Gitcoin grants that are out there. Also, we have a new blog out today. Craig always does amazing work, and it's really entertaining to read his writing. So give it a check out, and also see how much how much impact hours you got for all the praise you did. Some new people are topping the list, so it's always fun to see the magic that you're accruing. TEC Labs tomorrow. I don't think it's actually going to be the chess. I think we're going to go deep into the Aragon deployment and talk about the tests that Paulo and Sem and YGG are putting it together and the documentation. So it'll be a deep dive into the nitty gritty about the TEC hatch and how we're modeling it with the dashboard. So definitely check that out. We have a meme party every Friday. It's so much fun. Honestly, just to hang out, listen to the GroovyBot, and make some memes, make some dank memes. We all laugh at each other and stuff like that. That is every Friday. Maybe someone else can write the time in here for me because I'm on stage here. I can't look at the calendar. And we also have this really cool Twitter calendar. Like if you're like, yo, TE Commons should really tweet this, click this link and you can just put it in and we will tweet it. This is the swarm, we all have agency here to improve our Twitter. So if you see something that's like, this should be retweeted, or if you see something that can, if you know something that like that your group is doing, this Excel spreadsheet has our daily Twitter calendar. You can even, if you want to just cheat and see what we're going to tweet before we do, dude, it's right here. How cool is that? And Ivy, of course, is the hero who executes on all of these things. Oh yeah, thank you, Jake, another hero of the community. Meme parties tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time and 5:30 p.m. for this is p.m. for people in Europe. Yeah, if you want to write a blog, let's do it. Like, we'll publish you. It'll be fun. It's a great, as I said, it's a swarm here. So anything you want to do, we're ready to amplify it. And is there anything else that someone wants to jump in and talk about for comms? Boom. Good. Oh, you know what is worth mentioning? The Common Stack just released a blog post. Chris, do you want to talk about your blog post on activating the trusted seed?
Sure, I can talk a little bit about it. Basically, it's just a short breakdown and walkthrough of what exactly the Swiss membership DApp is, why you might want to join the Swiss association that's behind the trusted seed. Talks a little bit about the benefits, and it also has a YouTube video from Spawnnet that walks through the entire use of the DApp. So pretty cool thing. The blog post has, like I said, some details on the benefits of joining, particularly participating in things like token log and conviction voting. And that's kind of, and the legal protection, I suppose. That's pretty big too. But yeah, if anyone has any questions specifically about the flow of the membership app, or if you run into any issues while you're going through it, feel free to flag me or maybe Griff or Tamara on it, depending on the time zone, I suppose. But yeah, we'd love to hear any issues that you guys run into so that we can patch them up and make it a smooth process for everyone else. So if anyone is in there already, yeah, make sure you go through the process and let us know what's going on, how it went for you.
Yeah, I'll just say, you know, a lot of you think you're a member of the Trusted Seed, but you're not. If you don't have Common Stack swag, like being mailed to your house right now, you are not a member of the Trusted Seed. So join the DApp. It's a super cool DApp. It's 3 blockchains, 4 if you count the Swiss legal aspect. It's a pretty wild application where you use 3 blockchains to become a legal member of a Swiss association that would protect you in this weird evolving DAO space where the laws don't quite understand it. And at the end, if you complete your membership and activate your Trusted Seed membership, you get some swag. You get a hat and a shirt. It's super cool. Mailed to your house. Tam and Ivy airdrop CS Love tokens that you can use to buy some swag. So it's super cool. For tech params, Jake, do you want to dive in?
Yeah, I also want to say that they actually they sent my swag back. I got rugged. I'm probably going to burn all my C-Stack tokens. I didn't get anything, so that's cool. Yeah, no, tech params. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I also want to quickly say how much I appreciate this community and everyone involved, because this is the very much opposite of BitClout. We are not BitClout, and this is why we need the TEC. Okay. Fuck BitClout. All right. With that, params. We have a dashboard for DAOs on Gitcoin. Please check it out. We'd really appreciate that. Mostly just also spreading the word. You see it, retweet it. The dashboard has a couple of new features on it. We're getting really, really close with that. You can use it, check it out. Because I also need you to use token log. Every time I do this, use token log. You have C-Stack tokens, you have Impact Hour tokens, you can vote. It's great. Yeah, we're finalizing names across the board. And again, to a big thanks to Livia, Nate, Sean, everybody that contributes to the Gitbook. Mitch, that's really important, and it's going to be great. I kind of want to hurry because we got to there's a lot to talk about for Swarm, and then we got I'm excited for our presentation today. Anything else? Oh yeah, we are getting close with the upgrade. We have started the process. We have a new MVP spec. At least we're lining out the new parameters that are going to be really important and crucial for the augmented bonding curve. We've already started putting together an R&D team for researching and understanding exactly every one of these params and in its entirety. And soon we will have posts again in the forum for you to read, understand, and more importantly, question and engage. Right there, we have a couple they're in the param section at the forum, conviction voting and disputable voting. They all have new posts. Please check them out. Yeah, Impact Hour tokens, they're going and coming. And soon we will have an audit, so everything will be very, very clear. I know there's been a few discrepancies and some people have raised some questions. No need to worry. Impact Hour tokens will be completely safe. Funds are SAFU. Funds are SAFU. Okay, with that, Griff, are you gonna do Swarm?
No, I'm passing it to Paulo. Paulo, you got 4 minutes if you want to talk Common Swarm.
Awesome, great. Okay, so this week I'll be reporting the tech team latest work because Sam is on a train going back to Catalonia. So for us, this has been a crazy and a hectic week. For all the team, Sam and I met in Madrid for a whole week to hack on the hatch. And we solved some of the problems that we had since a couple of weeks ago, like regarding the hatch oracle, contract cap, and another issues on the impact hours. We solved some problems related to the formula implementation on Solidity. We had some problems with the point fix arithmetic. So it was a big mess, but we solved it. and we work on the Hatch template integration test, basically for to check that all the contract apps work well and interact between them as supposed to. So this week we really want you to we really wanted to show you guys a functional demo of the entire overall process, the Hatch process, show you the Hatch funding period, the closing, the claiming rewards phase, and the migration to the next DAO phase. But we had some problems on that final step, on the one related to the migration. Basically, we had some problems testing the vote creation and making sure that the funds are being distributed correctly between the reserve and the funding pool. We're still working on that, and we're planning to work this weekend to finally finish this last step, and so we can freeze the contracts and then work on a demo for you the next week. But yeah, we're really close of the end. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and yeah, we also the tech team work on some Hatch front end polish, some polish on the front end to make it prettier. And I think that that's all on the tech team. I'll pass it back to Griff.
Amazing work, Paulo. Seriously, you guys don't understand how much Paulo and Sam have been working around the clock. I don't know if they've been sleeping. It doesn't seem like it. So at least when I'm DMing them, it seems like they're awake 24/7. I don't understand how it works, but they really put in a lot of work. So major praise to Paulo and Sam, with support from Gabby, and I'm sure many other people who have jumped in, YGG, Fabi, Mole, and the whole team that's jumping in behind this to get it out. But we have 6 minutes for Santi to give us a little spotlight into the magic he's doing in the background. Yes, Santi does source credit. Yes, he leads our legal work. Yes, he shows up to all the community steward calls. And yes, he's also starting another project called ArtDAO. Santi, do you want to tell us about the magic that you're working on?
Thank you, Griff. I would love if you can share your screen, because I may run into issues here with my internet connection. You just click on the first link, the presentation one. And just to put you in context, basically I decided to jump into the NFT arena about 3 months ago. And I decided to try to meet artists, real live artists, people who's living out of their art, and help them jump into this space. And while I was doing that, I realized of the problems they have. They don't know the space. They don't feel comfortable. They are not tech guys usually. The technology is not user friendly. There is a lot of different options there, and there's going to be even more and more every week. So I decided while I was working on 2 projects, I decided. Is that up and running? I just cannot see it. It's still loading. Yeah. Okay. Can you just go to the next slide? I decided to go beyond what's out there and create something bigger. And that's the reason of ArtDAO. Basically develop tools to help artists land into NFT crypto space. And so these are 2 photos of 2 artists that we are working with. Just go to the next slide, please. And basically, the why is basically traditional artists have a hard time understanding crypto and understanding the whole technology. They see all the hype, all the media hype. Everything is wonderful. You're going to sell your stuff, which is true, but it opens a new door for them. But there's a lot of things they need to know and they need to understand, basically. And that's what we're here for. NFT marketplaces treat all artists the same way. Some of them feel that this is just moving the traditional gallery revenue model into crypto space. They just have to pay a commission to these spaces that sell their work, and that's about it. So there's a lack of tools to try to fit every artist's need. Okay, every one of them have a different level. They have different pieces of art, and they don't feel like they have something that matches their needs. Some of them. So what we started doing, can you just go to the next, please, Griff? We started working on a custom site. We defined this concept, and we started working with a custom site where they can directly mint their NFTs on their own site without having to go through one of these marketplaces if they don't want to. Some of them don't feel comfortable having their art next to 20, 30, 50, 100 different people that doesn't match their style, or it's completely different to what they do. And so we offer that, and that's what we're working right now. We're working, hopefully in a couple of weeks, we might be able to have our first prototype and start working with our first painter. He's a guy from Barcelona. And from there, the idea is to start creating tools that other artists can use and just leave them there. And that's what we're going to try to look how we could put a proposal to the Token Engineering Commons and see how we could fit that to end up building a marketplace that the DAO manage, governs, and deals with. Okay, and all artists, collectors, and people making sure that everything runs is gonna be involved in that DAO. Beyond that marketplace, we intend to offer DeFi services around art and NFTs. There's some services that are being developed already, and we are thinking there's a nice opportunity out there, because all these artists are those that succeed, they're gonna start having crypto, and they may need these services too. Luis Calafalk is our first artist. You can check on the presentation. If you click on that little elephant, which is his logo, you will see his some of the art he's going to be selling for the first time. You got to understand this guy knew nothing about NFTs a month ago, all right? And he decided to put some of his art and sell it as an NFT. And we are, if you want to help right now, we just filled a Gitcoin grant that you can see on the next slide. And we also have the link for the Common Stack, grant. So you can use your CSTK tokens if you still haven't, and vote for us in the conviction voting for the Common Stack, or just go to the Gitcoin grant and donate. Anything will help. We just feel really thankful for anyone that just puts $1 in. I just don't care. This was unexpected, and all of a sudden we decided to just apply, and it's whatever we get, it's going to be awesome for us. It will give us exposure, and we just want to help you all for that. And just to give you a sense of things, tools that we are thinking on offering, Griff, if you want to go to the agenda, there is a link underneath that presentation. That's it. Okay, this is a 3D demo of an art gallery of the NFTs that we're going to put on sale for UIs on the next 2 weeks, all right? It's just a basic space. We are working on that. We intend to offer that to those artists that want to give the sense to the audience of walking in front of their art, and this is just a basic tool. We can build different models for different artists, and they will have to just add their links there and put their art directly on the walls, and offer that to their customers. You have to. Some of these artists just sell directly from their webpage or from the galleries, and that's a really nice ways to complement the NFT sale with a 3D perspective of the art they're selling. So that's just about it. Thanks for your time, and I'm here to answer any questions that you may have.
Sadly, we don't have any time for questions. However, I do want to suggest that all of you have CStack tokens pretty much, and you can go and you can upvote ArtDAO, or you can upvote any other of these. Voting on this system ends tomorrow. So make sure, it looks like Token Engineering Commons is neck and neck with CAD. Who's going to win? Can we top the charts? I believe in you. So yeah, get out there, rock the vote. Your voting is loses power the longer you wait. So get in there and vote for your favorite Gitcoin grants. We have given away $75,000 worth of Panvala because of this so far, and we expect to get similar numbers this round too. So definitely come in and rock the vote. And thank you guys so much. Sorry for going over a minute here. Graviton training has ended, but now we have a really cool, I'm sure Juan Carlos has some really cool plans for us this round. So don't be afraid to jump into the Gravity call. It's coming up right next. Thank you guys.